Sooner or later, you're going to lose one. It certainly wasn't the one we wanted to lose. But I know how we'll respond. We'll get back to work, and you can't win two till you win one. This is a great opportunity to lead and to respond. And, he's had so much good. We all have. We've had so much just unbelievable success, so many great things. And, the true joy comes in the challenge of trying to go do it. And we'll get back to work on that, literally. And this was their night. And it wasn't our night, but, man, what an unbelievable year. What an unbelievable decade, to be honest with you. Just an unbelievable decade. And excited about starting this new one.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome to Season 8, coming off of a national championship win. And here we are, defending our title here in the 8th season of this school's history. Now, we come into this season unranked again, but we do have the number 13th ranked, at least toughest places to play, with an 8-game home winning streak. That is the longest, tied for the longest streak in the NCAA as it stands right now. Now, this season is different. We have a different looking roster. The only All-American, preseason All-American we have is Ali Myers and our kicker, Brian Wade. Brian Wade actually lost his spot to Alex Kagan. So we also do have some new offensive weapons. And really, we're looking for a new quarterback and also new receivers and a new running back. I mean, every single position is up for grabs. Let's start with the quarterbacks. Wilson and Hollywood will be competing. At receiver, you'll see Bradbury, you'll see Marquise Moore, you'll see Highlights Jackson. He returns, but also Jasper Sweet. On the defensive side of the ball, Frankie Kai returns as a leader on the defensive line along with Anderson Reed. But now you get to see a freshman at end in Aurelio Villain. He will look to replace Bobby Mathis and also Jonathan Simmons on the offensive line as an impact player. Now, at linebacker, Denzel Graham and Tamari Jamison will have to replace Victor Dimitrankos, the All-American, probably one of the greatest defensive seasons I've ever seen from a Whitetail. And we are going up against a tough Clemson team. Remember, we beat them in the national championship last season, but they look different as well. Now, Kevin Crenshaw is a returner here. He was the backup running back last year, but he still ran for almost 1,000 yards. He ran for 15 touchdowns as well. But the strength of this defense and this team altogether is their defensive front. Look at this, 90s on the defensive line. They are just amazing up front. They have first round potential written all over them. So we start out this game at home, and here we go. We are kicking into Season 8 here in year 2021, and back to receive the opening kickoff is Jonte Batson. And let's see who we bring out at quarterback. It's going to be Jabari Hollywood as he lines up in this pistol formation to start out. He's going to hand it off to Julian Gonzalez, who will pick up 6 yards. And I put out a vote in the community tab. You guys voted for Hollywood, so he will get the start. His first pass across the middle, that is going to be overthrown. Looking for the new starter on the right side. That is Michael Bradbury. And now we get it to a 3rd and 4. Hollywood throws it across the middle. That is Ramel Williams, the returner at tight end. He will take over full time as the number 1 tight end on the depth chart. Remember, Price Greer went to the NFL. So here's a handoff this time. Apollo St. Vincent, who did get the official start in this game, but also you will see a good dose of Julian Gonzalez. Handoff this time to the fullback. That is Morgan Williams, the former tight end. He gets the carry, and he gets a first down. So now 2nd and 10 here, past the 50-yard line. Hollywood throws across the middle. It's a one-handed grab by Marquise Moore. Now we're going to be looking for a new playmaker in this offense. Hopefully Marquise Moore, who has the most experience as far as offensive-wise, besides Highlights Jackson in this offense, he gets the first down, maybe bailing his quarterback out a little bit. So here on a 2nd and 15 after a penalty. This time a throw to the right side. That is Julian Gonzalez. And he picks up about a gain of 10 and that brings it to a 3rd and 5 this time. Hollywood scrambles, and he gets tackled from behind. That's a sack. Remember, this defensive front is the strength of this team. And here comes the true freshman, Alex Kagan, who does get his first kick up and in, and he makes it 3-0 here to start this game. I'm looking forward to having him as kicker. He actually has a leg. So here comes this Clemson offense. Here is Quinn in his first game starting. He's going to scramble out to left side, the first play of the game for them, and he picks up 9 yards. I expect him to have a little happy feet in the pocket. He's definitely got the jitters going into this game. Here is Quinn this time, running an option to the left side. He pitches it out to Kevin Crenshaw, who, like I said, ran for almost 1,000 yards, scored 15 touchdowns as the backup running back last year. Here's a throw across the middle this time. Crenshaw out of the backfield. He picks up a gain of 5, tackled by Adam Williams. And that brings it to a 3rd and 3. Handoff. Crenshaw gets around the edge, and he gets to about the 28-yard line, pushed out of bounds by our only preseason All-American. That's Ali Myers. So now 1st and 10. They're running some pistol here. Handoff, but this time Anderson Reed gets there. Maverick Yarbrough is there for the stop. Remember, he changed from quarterback to nickel corner. And now here's Quinn with his first pass out to left side to his first tight end. Here is James Williams. He picks up a gain of 4. So 3rd and 7, quick throw to the right. And that's going to be caught by Jack, who does get around the tackle by David Wyatt. And he picks up 16 yards. And now they're cooking. They're inside the 10-yard line. So here's Quinn this time trying to get away. And he tries to scramble out, but he's not getting away from the true freshman, his first sack of his career. That's Aurelio Villain. As they get it to a 3rd and 12. Quick throw, and that is incomplete. And they do tie this game up after a field goal on their first drive. So we are going to continue to run this ball. Here's Apollo St. Vincent. He gets a handoff up the middle. And you're going to see a lot of motion in this offense. Remember, there's a lot of pistol, a lot of shotgun. There's actually no plays under center in this playbook except for the goal line. Here's a throw to the right side. Maurice Jackson laying out for that one, helping out his quarterback. That's a gain of 16 yards. So this time, here's Jabari Hollywood. He's going to take it up the middle, and I'm going to use that play quite a bit. The quarterback power is going to be useful. I haven't had a quarterback like Hollywood as he hands off to Gonzalez, and he picks up 10. You're going to see everybody touch the ball in this offense, and that's another first down. Apollo St. Vincent checks back in. He can't get past the defensive line on that one. That's a tackle by Vaughn as we move on to the second quarter. So now facing a 3rd and 8. This time the pressure's right there, but Bradbury is open and he's got it. And that's a catch for 22 yards. Maybe a little luck involved, but Hollywood threw the ball. The defender had his back turned, and Bradbury does the rest. He has the best hands on the team. So now we're inside the 10-yard line, running a man in motion, play action fake, throw on the run, and that is not the strength of his game. He doesn't have the accuracy that Wilson has. And now that brings up a 3rd and 6. Play action fake this time. Hollywood scrambles out to the right and throws that way. He's got Jackson on the sideline, and it's going to make it a 4th and inches. So we're going to line up to go for it. We bring in Apollo St. Vincent. We hand it off to him, and he does fight in for the touchdown. 2 yards out, and we do get on the board for the first touchdown of the year. It goes to the redshirt sophomore running back, Apollo St. Vincent, and it gives us the 7-point lead. So now here's our defense backing onto the field. Here's Crenshaw with the handoff. He gets to the 2nd level, gets past that level, and gets to the 3rd, and he gets tackled at about the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 27. That's a tackle by Justin Royal, and that's a touchdown-saving tackle. So here on the 1st and 10, handoff. Crenshaw breaks a couple of tackles and gets tripped up from behind. Another touchdown-saving tackle. This time, it's Anderson Reed. So now they get a fresh set of downs here. 2nd and 8, throw to the right side, and that is overthrown. Daniel Quinn can't find his tight end that time, and that brings it to a 3rd and 8. We're going to send some pressure on this one. Quinn throws once again. Wide open is Riley. He picks up a gain of 19, pushed out of bounds, and it's a first down here inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, handoff. Crenshaw tries to get to the edge, but he does get stopped, and that's Adam Williams who does stop him for only a gain of 2. As that eventually brings us to a 3rd and goal. Quinn throws to left side. He's got Crenshaw. Good walk in, but there is the speed of the defense. Coco Bamaye and Ali Myers are there for the tackle. and they will line up to go for it here for a 4th and goal. Crenshaw lined up in the pistol, handoff to him. He's going to walk in. That's a touchdown, 2 yards out. Clemson gets on the board, and it's 10-10 here. About 4 minutes left here in the first half. So here's Apollo St. Vincent starting out the next drive with the handoff. He makes a move and does get upfield. A gain of 11 yards on that one, and it's a first down. As you can see, we're going to have to rely on this run game quite a bit. Here's Hollywood on the 1st and 10. Another throw out to the right side. It's Vincent out of the backfield, picking up a gain of 5 yards. As that brings us to a 2nd and 5. Another play action fake from the pistol. Throw, and that's Julian Gonzalez getting involved in the passing game. And you can see these running backs playing really big roles here in the first half. Running the ball, catching the ball in the backfield. And here's another one. Handoff, Apollo St. Vincent, fresh set of down, spins, breaks a tackle, fights forward, gain of 13. You can see the toughness that Apollo St. Vincent runs with. And you can see he breaks tackles, he fights forward. He's just a guy that always churns for extra yards. So this time, here's Maurice Jackson on the reverse this time, and that's going to be a gain of 5 yards on the jet sweep. As that brings us to within 2 minutes left here in the first half, and that is the backup tight end getting in. That's Chris Schaefer on the sideline. That's a gain of 11 before stepping out of bounds. So that clock does stop here at 1:57. Another throw right back to him. He's getting 2 in a row, and he fights for the first down. Gain of 10. That's what you're going to see a lot of in this offense. So now here on a 2nd and goal, handoff, Apollo St. Vincent gets clocked on that one by Jacob Lott. And you know this defensive front is great. And now that brings us to a 3rd and goal. Hollywood throws wide open Ramel Williams, and he will overthrow him. That's something we're going to struggle with Jabari Hollywood. He's going to miss a lot of those throws, and that's going to be the downfall of his game. If he can clean that accuracy up, he's going to be pretty special. But we go into halftime with this 13-10 lead off of the field goal. Second half coming next. So here is Clemson out to start the second half with the ball. And we have held their offense in check for the most part. But here's Crenshaw. He's been running the ball well. He picks up a gain of 6 as we stop them through the air. Through the ground's been a different story. So 3rd and 4, quick throw. Gibson comes back forward, and the one-handed catch across the middle. That's a gain of 15. And that wasn't a perfect throw by Daniel Quinn, but it's enough for the first down. Nice catch by Gibson. So now they hand it off to Crenshaw out of the pistol formation. He cuts upfield. Crenshaw gets tackled for a gain of 6. He maybe should have kept it outside. Maybe he would have picked up the first down. So 3rd and 2, throw to the right side. James Williams will get tackled by Justin Royal, the junior. And now we do force the punt, but they do pin us inside the 1-yard line. So here's Hollywood. He's going to hand it off to Apollo St. Vincent, and that's going to be a gain of 3. He gives us a little bit of breathing room. And now that brings it to a 2nd and 7, our first option play of the game. Here's a pitch out to Marquise Moore. He's got a lot of room and one man to beat, and he gets tackled at about the 42. Did you guys see that guy run down the field for Clemson, that glitch? And that's a big gain that time. And we get it to the 42. That's a lot of breathing room. That's a gain of about 40 yards on that play. So Hollywood on the next play, 2nd and 10. Throw was on the run, and that's not the strength of his game. If you can get him out of the pocket, that actually might be a good thing. Even though he's mobile, he doesn't have the accuracy to go with it. 3rd and 10. Here's a quick throw across the middle, and that is incomplete. Not even sure who that one was to. And Clemson does force the punt even after that long run. So back on offense, Quinn, quick throw to his tight end Williams. He's going to pick up a 5-yard gain. As now we have stopped this passing attack, and making them throw the ball maybe is what we should do to kind of keep our defense off of the field and keep our offense on the field. Here's a throw across the middle, though. Quinn does find his man in the slot. That's a first down. So after not moving the ball in the first 2 downs on this one, here's a throw across the middle. That is Tamari Jamison, who almost comes up with the first interception of the game. And Clemson does kick the long field goal, and they tie this game up at 13 apiece as we head into under 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. So now here we are back on offense. Here's Marquise Moore getting the screen pass out to the right side. And that's a nice throw and a nice play on that one. Marquise Moore, he's been busy in this one. So here's Hollywood this time on a first down, throwing out to the right side. That's Apollo St. Vincent. Look at him just breaking tackles. gain of 16. You can see the potential that I see in him. And like I said, Julian Gonzalez is faster. He's quicker too, but he just runs a lot heavier. On the next play, here's a sack, and Jabari Hollywood coughs it up. And we lose a bunch of yards on that one, bringing it to a 3rd and 27 from our own 39. 3rd and 27, deep shot across the middle. It's Jasper Sweet. He gets behind the defense. It's a touchdown. 62 yards. He's our fastest receiver on the squad. He gets open, and that's what he's going to be used for. Those deep patterns, whether it's a post pattern or it's a fly pattern, he's going to be a game breaker here this season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. He makes it 20-13. So here is Quinn back out onto the field, this time taking a big hit from Tamari Jamison. And that brings it to a 1st and 10 at about the 36-yard line. After that scramble, Quinn trying to get out the pocket, but he can't. It's a sack by Marquise Dorsey. And that brings it to a 2nd and 13 as we start the 4th quarter. Here is Quinn from the shotgun. Slant from the left side. He's going to lob it over the top of Adam Williams. He's going to find Gibson again. Gain of 19 to his best receiver. It's a 1st down. So they are just past the 50-yard line. This time they come out with 4 wide receivers. Williams gets it on the right side. He does break it upfield. Gets about 7 yards on that one. And now they bring it to a 2nd and 3. They try to run a screen pass out to left side. Crenshaw can't get away from Adam Williams, the true sophomore. And he's going to have to step up this year and be a leader on this defense. So 3rd and 7, another screen pass. Crenshaw can't get away. It is Colson Kavoris there with the big hit. And now they bring it to a 4th and 7. Maybe going for it a little too early in this game. They've held us in check for the most part, but here's a scramble, and that's a big hit. It's Frankie Kai. What a sack, what a big hit on the quarterback. That one will send a message. He won't think twice about scrambling once again. So here comes our offense back out onto the field. We haven't run much option, but here's a handoff. This time Marquise Moore breaks a tackle. He's upfield, and he gets tackled from behind. A game-breaking play there that time from Marquise Moore. He's had a couple of big runs from the receiver position, and that's a gain of 22, and that puts us into field goal range. So here is Jabari Hollywood. Throw right back to him, and look at this one-handed athletic play. That's a gain of 7 yards, but you can see the potential out of Marquise Moore now that he's getting his full-time shot at a starting role. So 3rd down, Chris Schaefer can't fight forward for 6-7 yards. He needed 7, only got 6. That brings it to a 4th and inches. Read option. Hollywood, he breaks free and gets tackled at about the 1-yard line, gain of 17. And that's the element of this game I'm going to love for him. And now that brings us to a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff. Apollo St. Vincent, touchdown, 1 yard out. And that one will stretch our lead to 2 scores as the number 2 team in the nation. Preseason ranked maybe a little too high after they lost all those players. But now they are down by 2 scores. And let's see what Quinn can do on offense. This time they try to run a screen pass again, and it's not going to work. That's a hit. And now that brings it to a 3rd and inches. Quinn scrambling out. And it's another sack by the true freshman. It's Aurelio Villain, his 2nd sack of the game. If he can do this all season, he's going to have himself a great career. And wow, 4th and 7. We have a chance to shut them down once again. And we do. It's another stop. Frankie Kai and Aurelio Villain. I like those two here in this first game. In the opener, they're showing that maybe there's not too much of a drop-off after all the talent we lost on the defensive line. And now with 2 minutes left, all we have to do is run this clock out, run the ball. And we do give it to Cole Lakalaka on a 3rd down for one of his first carries of the game. And we do get stopped and we kick the field goal, making it a 30-13 game. And Clemson gets one last shot, now down by 17 points. Highly unlikely as a comeback, but here they throw deep on the first play of the next drive. And Gibson breaks a tackle from Marquise Dorsey, and he breaks it free. That's a touchdown. You know, Marquise Dorsey is known for doing this. He gives up a lot of big plays. I don't know what it is, but that's a big-time touchdown by Clemson. And one last shot. Here's an onside kick, down by 10, and Michael Bradbury recovers it and that one should be enough to seal this game. We do need to get a couple of first downs, maybe just one, to seal this game up. And here is Apollo St. Vincent in the game. He gets them to burn their first time out, and Dabo Sweeney is in jeopardy of losing 2 straight to the Whitetails, and that is going to seal this game up as Kolaka does fight for the first down. And we open the 2021 season with the victory versus the number 2 team in the nation. Now, I guess it's an upset compared to the rankings, but we won the national championship last year. This isn't really an upset, and we win this one. And wow, I am really shocked by how we won it. I mean, we played really, really good defense up front. I did not expect our defensive line to play that well. We gave up a lot of rushing yards, but I got to admit, I am very, very encouraged by this offense. Our ability to just run the ball and, you know, kind of confuse the defense with motions, with different handoffs. Everybody touched the ball. I mean, look at all these guys that touched the ball this game. 7 guys. This is the most ever in Whitetails history, the most ever players to touch the ball on the ground in a game. Can you believe that? And then we also spread the ball out to 8 different receivers. I mean, that's the type of offense this is going to be this year. I mean, no more Xavier Storm, no more Francis Smith. I mean, no more guys that can really break the game open just by themselves. So we're going to have big games from everybody collectively, and that's the way we're going to have to win this year. As Aurelio Villain, in his first game, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 5 solo tackles. What a debut from him. Frankie Kai had a strong game as well. He had a sack, 2 tackles for loss. And then Marquise Dorsey also added a sack. As the junior redshirt, Daniel Quinn didn't have a great debut, but it wasn't bad either. 17 for 26, had a touchdown, under 200 yards, but Crenshaw only ran for 100. And then Gibson had a couple of nice catches. That big long one put him over 100 yards on the day. As we start out 1-0 and we move into the top 25 after that victory. And next week, it doesn't get any easier as we face Oklahoma, as they have the number 5 total offense after the first week of play. They actually beat down Nebraska in their opener. So this is going to be a really, really tough game. I can't wait. So 1-0 in the 2021 season. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though, yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though, no. Hey, it don't even matter.